everybody on YouTube. This is Skyfire, the Pokemon Mag, and I am going to bring you a Pokemon 5th Generation Wi-Fi battle video. I am playing White 2 in this one, and the battle is against Ema from the Pokemon Wi-Fi room on Zot.com. This is the third, possibly, hopefully the final time that I'll be putting out the video against Ema here on YouTube. But since it had been a long time since I played against Ema, we decided I was going to play mix. At the time that I was playing Black and White 1 the last time, I looked like I was playing slightly somewhat of OU, but then I decided to play mix, and then also playing more legit since I have a legit cartridge now. Now, by the looks of the opponent's team, I saw a Scar Zoroark, a Dragon Dance Crawdaunt, of course Speed Boost Yanmega, and that Eviolite Porygon 2, and I figured there was going to be a little bit of ups and downs when it comes to this, but I didn't have too much of a thing on this one, except I was a little wondering how that Slowbro was going to be, and Slaking is going to be a little bit interesting as well. So I just figured, why don't I try to do this in a different format? The only reason why I tried this team was because, again, I'm substituting Pachirisu and a few of the newer teams I have to be somewhat of a staller. And usually, many people would not put Pachirisu in the words of staller, but the way you'll see this is how many people will change their mind about how to play Pachirisu. And you'll see what I mean once this battle gets to the part where you will see Pachirisu in this. Now, I also wonder that the Pokemon trainers fights, you know, they could at least change that. I wonder if there's a way to change that. I don't know, but I haven't seen much of anything else being shown besides those anyway. The battle's gonna start with me leading off with Finn-Niles while he leads Porygon 2. He starts with Discharge. What? Really? Is it Quagsire part ground? Discharge, really? That's a funny. I'm gonna go for a stat pile anyway to boost my defense and special defense to +1 apiece. He's gonna try attack this time, and I figured to myself it was going to wall that, but I saw the critical hit and I looked at myself, really? So a bad play turned into a crit at the second turn. What kind of a game is this? But you know, I'm not gonna really mind about crits. I've done that to a lot of people before, so I guess it's gotta have to be sometime. So Ballinger comes out. I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind. Thank goodness I'm faster. I go to +1 defensive special defense. It is going to go for Ice Beam as it takes me down to 40 HP. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we go. I'm gonna go for Air Slash, and it flinches first turn. So already I'm thinking this is going to be the time where I can finally get that Porygon 2 out. The Air Slash is going to come that close. I get the crit. I was hoping for the second flinch. Nope. No second flinch there. Ice Beam is going to KO Ballinger. Now 2 down already. How did I get 2 down already? Well, okay. I am going to bring in Breaker Speed, which is my Houndoom, and I am going to do a flamethrower, finally take down the Porygon 2. So, okay. Now, Crawdaunt comes in, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be where the Dragon Dance is going to come in. So, I'm going to go for Dark Pulse to attempt a flinch. It took pretty good for it being a dark type to hit a dark type and not very effective, so I figured that the Dark Pulse is going to take it on to close to 50% while it goes for Dragon Dance and get leftovers recovery. So I figured to myself, I wasn't going to let Breaker Speed stay in, so I'm going to switch out and bring in Harrington, which is my Stantler, to intimidate that Crawdaunt back to its regular attack. So it goes for a Crab Hammer, and I'm thinking it's going to do some good damage, but again, I get another crit. Well, I didn't get the crit, I got crit on. Thank you very much. Darn, Harrington is a little pissed now. I'm going to have to do at least something. So I said, okay, let's do this a little differently. I'm gonna bring in Lilley, which is my Pachirisu, and this is where the battle is gonna get a little stally. At least from my part. This is what I do with Lilley anyway. I'm gonna go for Thunder Wave first, while it goes for Dragon Dance. Now it made me wonder, wait. First, Crawdaunt was +1 Dragon Dance already, and it's still not faster than a Pachirisu. I did the Thunder Wave first, and then now it goes for Dragon Dance again. So it's at +2 speed, +1 attack, but it's still slower because I did the Thunder Wave. And speaking of that, I did do Charm to make that +1, which is, you know, it's strictly on the attack that I did because I did Intimidate to regular. It did Dragon Dance, so it's a +1, but I turned it down to -1 afterwards. So it did a Dragon Dance again, and now it's at even, but still all that speed is the word because it's already Dragon Wave. Now, I'm going to do an attract. Attract is going to make it 50% chance to be stuck without having to do a move. Well, that didn't work that time, so okay, it did a rock slide, it did about 30%. Okay. So now I'm going to do turn again, which I believe will put that at -2 attack. And it can't move anyway, so I'm happy at that. I didn't know really where my minuses were at, because I thought with the Dragon Dance and everything, when I Intimidate, I thought those are at -1 or even or something like that. But I just gonna charm again to make sure that I get lower and lower in the attack. So I don't know if it's at -3 or -4, but the funny part about it is it can't move again. So the funny thing about it, we're both getting leftovers recovery, and I'm still trying to figure out at that point what minus attack it was. I didn't know if it was -3 or -4 at the time, but I'll go for Super Fang anyway. And the attract will get to the Crawdaunt, so it can't move. Thanks to loving Lilley. Oh, I love that. I love this attract. I think attract is probably the least used move when it comes down to stalling, which is why I wanted to use that with Pachirisu, and it worked out good. I'm gonna go for Super Fang again to take it even lower HP while it's still at, I think it's at -4 attack or something like that. Wow, it just got immobilized by love again. Oh, that's twice in a row. So this is the really stalling part that I talk about when it comes down to Lilley. Thunder Wave, which means you're paralyzed, and you got love based on your track. But even with all that, it still gets a Dragon Dance. So I don't know how much plus speed I think it is. It might be +4, but I know it's at probably -3 or -4 attack. It might be -3, I'm not really sure, but I want to take it out as low as possible to -6. I think this might be -6 here. It might be -5 because it did Dragon Dance, and I was pondering if it was, but I didn't know. But anyways, it goes for a crunch, and it takes about 54 points. So I think -5 is where it's at. It might be at -5 attack. I was trying to figure out my numbers, but now I say to myself, I'm tired of the stall it. I was going to switch out Lilley, bring in Rockford, which is my Virizion. And Virizion does a lot of good stuff from here. Now, it's going to go for yet another Dragon Dance, which I think now is at -4 attack and probably +6 speed. Which even at +6 speed with Parallax, not Lilley, Rockford is still faster, so he figures that out. He's going to switch out and bring in Sparky, which is his Zoroark. I'm going to go for Sword Stance because I already predicted the either a switch or something to happen. So, Zoroark is going to go for that Flamethrower, but thanks to Virizion's special defense, it will not KO it. And with that in mind, I will go for Sacred Sword, which, since I already know that Sparky has a Scarf because it should be faster, I already know that was going to be a one-hit KO on the Zoroark, so I figured that easily enough. Now here comes this annoying Yanmega, which a first turn annoyance is usually happening. And why didn't I think of that beforehand? Because I would have did a sword stance instead of knowing that Protect was going to come up against that Yanmega. Now, I wonder what hidden power this was, because it did use hidden power. I thought it was going to be super effective. It was not very effective, and it had a life orb, so that made it even funnier. What kind of Yanmega was that? Or what kind of hidden power was that, was I'm trying to say? Well, it didn't matter. +2 Stone Age, times 4 super effective. That's a one-hit KO on the Yanmega. The life orb Yanmega, that is. So, Crawdaunt comes back in, and now it's at regular stats, even though it's paralyzed. It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm going to use Elite Blade on it, and that should be easily a KO on that Crawdaunt, which, as you can see. Now, 2 Pokemon are left. That would be Slowbro, which is coming out, which is named Dr. Diddles, and I believe Slaking is the other Pokemon. So I am going to go for a Leaf Blade to hope that this +2 stat Leaf Blade was going to be a one-hit KO on the Slowbro. It wasn't. And then the Thunder Wave comes in, and that messes everything up for Rockford. At least that's what I thought. And the reason why I say it is because I know Slaking's going to be faster, but this is where a funny came in. Rockford still gets the Leaf Blade off first. That must be a very slow bro, but then I have to think about it. Half of Virizion's speed is what, 176? No wonder. I already think Slowbro's speed even gets to 100. So Slaking comes up with the punishment, and I'm thinking that's it, but it's still like with 37 HP, and the Justified kicks in, so I get even more attack. Oh, how lovely is that? Oh, and that's right. I had a Jaboken Berry, which makes the physical damage also on that Slaking. And now I get to use Sacred Sword, +3, super effective, and a KO on the Slaking, and that is good game to Ema. So some funnies about that Yanmega with discharge. Then there's that. No, that was Porygon 2 with discharge on Quagsire. That Yanmega with a hidden power that wasn't very effective on Virizion, and Slaking using punishment, a dark move when Virizion has what do you call that? Justified? Yeah. So I guess it was one of those interesting games that I got to play in this one. I think I have Pachirisu, Houndoom, and well, Virizion left. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. I guess I never used choice cards or anything on that, so I guess maybe that was a pretty good game itself. I have to switch my team over a little bit to try some new things for the next battles, I guess. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, give it a like if you like it. This is the Pokemon Max Skyfire saying have a nice day and see you next time.